Welcome back to the cabin. Uh, I posted up a video, a couple videos while I was on vacation, vacation slash working. I'm at a conference in Vegas, and I was gone for a couple of weeks. And then before that, we had some family sickness where we weren't able to come down to the cabin too much. So yeah, I haven't been down very often. Yeah, I did a little recap on one of the videos that I posted while I was on vacation, but I'll do it again here. Yeah, since then, the only things we did out here were getting the boards routed for the guest cabin ceiling, and I was hoping to do that today, but my father-in-law is in the city today, so it's really a two-person job because you're up high. I don't like doing up high jobs when I'm by myself. The front of the cabin still needs to be stained. My father-in-law did the one side that I hadn't done yet because it was lower, and it's the same reason he doesn't want to go up high without somebody else here. If you fall off the ladder by yourself, it's kind of ruin your whole day. So today, because he's not here, I've been looking for jobs to do. First thing I did was take care of the lawn before it rained. It's supposed to rain sometime today. Took care of the lawn around my cabin at least. We can hit the rest of the lawn with the big tractor. I took the wheel horse out and did the areas I could get with that. He locked up his one shed and took the key with him instead of leaving it out here. So I don't have access to the small mower. So to do the areas like around the fire pit, I can't get in there with the wheel horse. Another task I've been working on is window trimming. I have two sets of window trim cut over here for my downstairs windows, and I have two more windows that are in one unit to do left, but I can't finish those up because the belt sander that I use to sand everything down is also in that same shed. He'll be coming down tomorrow, so either we'll work on these windows and get them stained and installed, or we'll do the guest cabin ceiling, one of the two. So let's go inside and I'll kind of give you a before look. So here's a before. Let me back up a little bit. I'm going to be trimming them out like I did with the one over the kitchen. I have all these cut already for this window here and this window over here. I still need to get this one, the double set here, done. And I'm going to get that hopefully cut today before it rains out. I've trimmed windows a number of times now. Trimming windows is not fun. A lot of little pieces you got to keep track of. So that's why it hasn't gotten done. But after this one's done, all I have to do is the double window upstairs and the two front windows over in the front of the cabin, and all the window trim will be done, which will be great. After that, I can start working on the baseboard, which has not been done, and chair railing in between the two different tongue and groove sections. This isn't going to be a real exciting video, but I haven't posted a cabin one in a while, and yeah, I figured I'd get some content up there. Yeah, and to anyone who watched my other time lapses from Vegas, yeah, that's something different. Like I said, I've been working time lapses into my my regular videos, but yeah, when I was in Vegas, the view I had out of my hotel room was phenomenal. I've had bad views on occasion, so I figured I wouldn't put it to waste. And yeah, the one on the airplane was kind of on a whim. I was up by myself in the plane, and hooked up my GoPro to the window and shot that. I have another time lapse from the drive from Vegas to the Grand Canyon along historic Route 66, getting off I-40 in Kingman, I think it is. And I did it from the back seat passenger's perspective, like you're a kid, as opposed to the front windshield. So I put it in the back side window. Yeah, I was riding around with my parents before we had electronics. All you could do was look out the window. So yeah, it was kind of nostalgic for me to do it that way. Yeah. So I'm gonna get back to working on this. It's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. I'd like to get this all cut so I can have dinner in an hour or so. I gotta take the that hanging lantern down and the shades down, and I think I have some hooks up there. I gotta take all that down first. So I'm gonna get to it. Morning. So, just laying out my last window. I cut most of the pieces yesterday, except for the face pieces. I just cut these now. Now, I do most of my measurements and then cut, and then bring back, make sure everything fits. People who do this for a living can probably just, measure everything, go outside and build it all, but I don't, and if I don't do this, it will be messed up. So now I cut the rail piece that goes underneath the windowsill, and that's going to be slightly longer than my top piece, so that allows me to mark the length on this piece here. And all I do is I set my reveal at the top for this piece right here, using a pencil, kind of line it up like that. Just by eyeball. Then I'll walk over, do the same thing over here, set the reveal, and then draw my line. And that'll be the length of the piece I need for up here. After that I can take this all apart, sand it all down, and stain it. I've said long ago that all these windows are different in this cabin. Even these two windows are slightly different. One of the ways I saved a lot of money was all my windows are seconds, or yard sales, or free. So they weren't built for me or designed for me. But the distance, or the width of the windows are slightly different. And the height is slightly different between the two windows, just because of different sizes. So it does make framing all these in a bit of a challenge. I need to take the belt sander to the interior side of both here and here to get everything flush. So I'll belt sand the back of that a little bit and then I'll test fit it. But you can save a ton of money by buying your windows used. Windows are really expensive. They're not used, but seconds and whatever. So I go outside, cut my last piece of wood, and take this all apart. All my trim pieces come from leftover battens from my siding, so they're knotty and not perfect. I figured I'd add a little character. They're also never the same size, so like a lot of other things in my cabin, no two pieces are the same. Okay, so now I'm set to sand all this down. All my pieces are cut. Well, I'm down to staining my last set of trim here, and this is probably all I get done today. This takes 2 coats. I'm using the Minwax, penetrating stain and sealer, cherry colored, same stuff I've used everywhere else. First coat does basically the coloring, second coat acts like a poly, so you don't have to put poly down. The drawback is you gotta wait 4 hours minimum between coats. So I will put a coat on today. When I come back out next week, I'll put the second coat, and a couple hours after that I can install it. I said when I finish these boards, they're pretty rough still. This isn't, I don't go for finished lumber look. I have a planer I could run them through if I wanted that. I'm trying to keep the character of the wood intact. So, there's a lot of defects, knots, cracks, and I leave as much of that as I can. But at the same time, I need to get rid of the slivers and the rough spots to make it somewhat smooth. It's trim. I don't want it catching things. But like I said, this always seems to take way more time than you think it should. There's a lot of steps involved, a lot of pieces. And I was doing this on the lawn, and it felt like raining a little bit ago. They're calling for scattered thunderstorms today. And I don't know, I haven't been checking the weather, so I decided to move this set up on the porch. But, yeah, this is my weekend. Yeah, it's warm out today. It's 80, which, thing is, last week, it was, I left Vegas on Thursday in the morning. It was 115 degrees there, and then I came home and it was 63. So we had a 50-degree temperature difference. But the humidity here gets the so it rained a little bit overnight, but I didn't even hear it. So it mustn't have rained that hard. The only other thing I did this weekend was mow the lawn with the wheel horse. So it was good to get back to the cabin and work on something. And there should be more cabin videos coming as time permits. My kids are going to summer camp this week, and that might affect my ability to come down. It sometimes does. Because a lot of times drop-off days or Saturdays. We'll see. This end board's always the hardest because you got to do the bottom side a little bit. I don't stain the part that you won't see, but I do stain the underside. It's not as critical, and it looks perfect. No one goes underneath and looks at the bottom side of your windowsills. If they do, they have a problem. I'm not even super critical about any of this stuff as far as what it does with the cabin. It's not, I mean, it's finished work, but it's not, finished work. You know what I mean? If I'm building cabinetry or something like that, I'm much more detail oriented. I always end up getting bugs in this too. For some reason, bugs are attracted to stain. They land in it, and they die. Little gnats. I hate gnats. They're not too bad today though. Do have a fair amount of flies today. So, I'm just going to continue doing this, and that'll be about it. So, no point in keeping you around. So until next time, thanks for watching.